Before getting to work, we must install required files. That is very easy to do and I will guide you through this process. Okay, so we need to install 3 files that are the actions, styles, and brushes. These files are necessary to make our add-on work properly. I will show the method that's reliable and doesn't make any problems for users. But if you're experienced enough and know how to do that, you can skip this installation section and jump right into a section on how to work with actions. Okay, so first we're going to install actions. Enable Actions panel, click on the flyout menu and choose Load Actions. Then select File with ATN extension. Okay, here are loaded actions. Now we need to do basically the same steps for styles and brushes. Go to the Styles panel, flyout menu, load styles. Then go and select ASL file. Now our styles are loaded. And the last one thing that we're going to install, brushes. The steps are pretty similar except the name. Instead of loading brushes, we have import brushes. Now open Feltbook BSD file. This book is very customizable and you can change color for every element on it. And in a minute you will assure yourself. So this is how it looks in 100% resolution. The size of the book is really huge and you can easily use it anywhere you want. Now let's disable our example layer because it exists only for demo purposes and you can even delete it if you want to. Okay, let's look how to use coloring feature for our file sheets. Coloring available for both left and right file sheets. You can choose from 30 pre-made colors. Also, you can make coloring for every single file sheet. Book cover has its own coloring options too. Okay, let's see how many colors available for the right file sheet. And don't forget that the left sheet has the same list of colors. You see this little joint that stitching 2 file sheets together. This joint has its own color options and also available in 2 forms: little stitches and rough stitches. Okay, so let's play with the color and see what we can do with it. The next what we are going to look at is how to play with the color for the file sheets that go under. Yeah, it's as it was. Pretty simple. And the last one thing that I want to show you about this book is that how to change the cover colors. And the one more option we have here is we can change color on the fly, but first we need to disable pre-made color group and enable custom color group. Okay, so in this section we will look at the details about how to work with the actions. And the first thing that we're going to do is to open our actions panel and expand the file book group. The folder from which we are going to work is the components folder. Before using actions, I recommend you to use this folder to keep things organized, but it's only a suggestion and you can use another folder with another name. Okay, so select the components folder. Select shape that you want to transform. In my case, it will be ellipse. And don't forget to select this layer. In the actions panel, we see that our transformation actions go under the Roman number 1. I've put these numbers for your better experience and just to separate transform actions from stitching actions. For the transform actions, we have two sections here, a surface view and a standing view. Now let's select a normal standing view action and after that click on the play button. So boom, we got it, and now we can see how actually our received files are organized. All the files that are related to our generated object go under the Page Object folder. And there in this folder, we can see the list of our all pre-made colors. Here we have different options that you can freely choose from. Also, these layers are customizable and you can easily edit them and choose any color from any layer that you can see here. Now let's see how a stitch stroke works. Select the smart object called Stitch Object. Then go to the section that is marked with the Roman number 2. After that, go to the Apply Stitch section and select one from 5 stitching actions. Next, go bottom and hit play button. In addition, we have several handy tools that help us work with the stitch. You can delete stitch. Okay, let's apply it back again. Also, we have the ability to change the color of the stitch. See how it works. Select our Stitch Smart Object layer and play the Change Color action. Another option that we have in our backpack is the stitching erase. You need to select a smart object with the stitch and run erase action. The action picks up the eraser and now we can click and move it over our stitch to get rid of the parts that we don't need to be visible. Take notice that we're not actually deleting our stitch completely, we're just masking it. And you can always reverse it back by just selecting the smart object layer and applying the eraser reset action. Now select the custom stitches folder and I will show you how to create a custom stitches. Now go and grab any of the path drawing tools and start drawing over your created object. You can draw as many paths as you want. Then go and grab Path Selection tool to select all the paths. Once you've done with the selecting, go to the Actions panel and from the Custom Stitch section, select Proceed Action. For the custom stitch, you also have the ability to change color. Once again, let's select Custom Stitches folder and let's draw some shape that is going to be a path. And here I want you to know that when you're selecting a shape, you need actually to select that the shape is a path. Let's draw more than one ellipses. Now select the Components group and we'll test how the overlay felt works. For this object, you can do all the steps you've seen previously. You also can apply actions that can turn your object left or right direction, but steps are pretty the same that you've seen on the previous objects. Also, we have another group of actions that can stitch object just to the surface. Here we are applying action that has no transform. Also, we can apply the action that can transform our object in a perspective view. And here I want to make a wrap-up. For example, I've created this illustration with just using my current action set, and I think the result is pretty interesting. Okay, that's all for now. If you have any questions or suggestions, please contact me freely. The links will be down below under the video. Thanks for watching.